Chef Vian here with Al Islami, leader of halal foods for over 50 years. So, the best thing to do with a white fish fillet is to make fish and chips, traditional English fish and chips. The magic of this is not necessarily into your fish or into your ingredients, it's all about the batter. So I will show you now a few secrets to get the best, lightest, crispiest batter that you can possibly produce. So what we'll do is we'll start with 1 kilogram of self-raising flour or all-purpose flour, it's your choice, mixed with 300 grams of corn flour. Now the mixture of this will further help to make this mixture nice and fluffy. So in a large bowl, add your corn flour and plain flour mix. Next we'll go with 3 tablespoons of bicarbonate soda. Added to that is 3 tablespoons of yeast. Instant yeast is the best for this recipe. This has a malt, it has a fermentation, so it will just create bubbles into your batter mix, which will make it that much lighter and give you that crispy freshness. So we'll take our malt drink, and the mixture is not chew and fast. You can add as much as you want because you can make the batter as thick or as thin as you prefer. You don't want any lumps or any dry bits of flour in there. It is important to notice that once you've prepared this batter, you should leave it for a minimum of at least 2 hours just to get those bubbles to form properly. But the most ideal is to leave it overnight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this overnight and we're going to cook the fish and chips tomorrow. So we're back after the resting. As you can see, because we did our due diligence, we left it for overnight. So we have these wonderful air pockets into our batter, and that is the secret to having that light, crispy British fish and chips. So to start, we will prep our fish fillets. Now, when you've defrosted your fish, you'll find that the surface is very wet. Your whole fish fillet will not fit into your oil, so we're going to cut it down a little bit to fit. And you want to make relatively equal sized portions, because if you're frying them together, you want them to cook at the same time. But this will be key to having good flavor into your fish. So we place our fish into the batter. This is essential to make sure that you make a proper seal once you place it into the batter. We go from our flour and into our batter, and we dip thoroughly, making sure that every nook and cranny, every edge is covered with the batter. You're going to just float it a little bit for the thick part of the fish to start cooking, and then drop gently into the batter like that. Now we'll have that start to sizzle. It will take approximately 6 to 8 minutes. The bigger the fillet, the longer the time, so do take care. Now for a proper tartar sauce, what you want is a proper mayonnaise. As you can see, it's not blank white like mayonnaise is normally. Mayonnaise into a bowl. You'll use, to your taste, but approximately half a tablespoon of sweet relish. We're going to use half a tablespoon, or to your taste, small capers. And to finish off, we're going to add some fresh dill. While you're doing this preparation, keep an eye on your fish, because we don't want that batter to burn. So while we're waiting for our final minutes for the fish to finish, just explain to you the mushy peas. What we'll do is we'll add our Al Islami frozen green peas. We'll take a vegetable stock and we'll add some mint. Once it is all reduced a little bit and the peas are nice and soft, we add it into a food processor to make a very soft, pasty blend like you see here to any fish and chips. Additionally, we have your very typical chip shop gravy, which some people enjoy and other people can go without. My personal preference, it's great with the chips to the whole recipe or to the dish. So get a generous helping, beautiful, golden brown, light and flaky. Always remember to drain on a paper towel to take off the excess oil. How light and crispy that crust has gone. Use our Islami French fries, crispy, golden brown and delicious. Season it as you please to keep a nice tradition for British fish and chips. You would season with salt, pepper and some malt vinegar. So let's have a look at our fish once it's rested a little bit. We'll cut through, and as you can see, look at how airy, how flaky, how delicious that succulent fish is inside. And look at those air pockets. That only comes if you have the patience to do that fish and chips the right way.